run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the premium. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my face.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Cubone staying with the lip. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce the. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And up next is Jamel Dean.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh, you know. Week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
It's a 5-yard game, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson. Play action. Now Wilson. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Wilson running left on the option. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. The Texans at 8-1 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And complete once again to Watson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now after the play, it looks like there's a... Slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis.
And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now Jones, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
Extra point safely through, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Ready for the second corner from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 32 that time. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there.
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are once again back in front. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He finds his receiver, Watson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Being chased at, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And an there, but they do get him down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. So we come upon halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Texans to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Here's Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. Complete. Jefferson the target. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Bates. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Caught right side, Davis.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 62 yards. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now in Houston. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Gabriel Davis, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now Rodgers. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Rodgers now on first down. They'll roll him out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Shifts by him, flashes another juke. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll get this one complete to Davis.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
I think... Surprise back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now Wilson down around his goal line.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Fielded just inside the 30. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers' throw finds its target, Doubs.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tunyon
from 10 yards out.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Robert Tunyon capping it all off on the touchdown grab.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to cash.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing now is Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Texans come up with a late turnover. And it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So
got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world. I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah. Crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah. God power from my head and my feet. Yeah. This colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street so I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me. Show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you...
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
It's week 11 of the 2024 season. And up next is Jamel Dean, who's been stepping up to challenges all season, now at 8 interceptions. It's the Texans and the Bills, and it comes your way next.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got... NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. Anything special in store for him today.
And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Cook following the penalty. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And here he'll get it down to 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it will bring us now to a 3rd and goal. To the air, Allen. Flush to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's brought down, getting this off to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Get this up to about the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He finds his man complete. That's Bates. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. From midfield, here's Allen. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 2nd down, Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Allen. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and 5 from the 8. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 out of the 3.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Foster Moreau, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have moved out in front. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The Texans at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And, partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight. They are really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now, and I would not want to face them come playoff time.
Play action. It's Wilson.
This one brought in by Jefferson, and they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Gregory Rousseau in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
He's got it at the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
For the Bills offense and Josh Allen heading back out again. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete.
Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Allen. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Wilson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Again, Wilson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. Throw left side taken in by Slayton. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Justin Jefferson, 37 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Take it in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle, it's Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And Diggs has it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive, so a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker.
And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now it's Wilson. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Throwing is Wilson. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bates. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They go play action now. Wilson. Rolling to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Wilson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Justin Jefferson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Texans drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Lutz good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up with the...
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in at the 3.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to put... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bates. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in until you look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and it's caught. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now, he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lutz with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. From the 29, Allen. He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The Bills say they have it, and they do. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Allen to throw once more. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. Here we go. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gano the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Wilson wants to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Wilson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed it in.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without